Yes, having too much energy on semen retention will either make you or break you. And how do I know that? Why do I know that? Because this energy broke me so many times, it's actually crazy. And now, finally, again, after like 2.5 months on semen retention, I finally got kind of in the rhythm again to transmutate this energy in a good way. But what I want to mention here in this video is like how you can actually deal with this energy and what I learned from everything. So you don't really get there by accident. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the thing that helped me the most to get that far. So you don't really get here by accident, and I gotta admit, like the first few weeks and around a month exactly, they are mostly the hardest parts because in the first few days and weeks, you are still living in your flesh, like you always want to relapse either with another person, or what you mostly do, I kind of guess it, like you want to relapse with the websites, and you're just in a habit, you don't have a lot of energy, and when you don't do it you crave it and you almost go crazy. Like that's what it was for me, and you almost feel trapped, like you don't want to do it but you still do it. And yeah, maybe you are still at a point where you are not sure, but you just feel like, yeah, something has to happen. And in those moments, yeah, it's really important that you don't just go through the process alone, because as I have already mentioned, you don't get, yeah, to multiple month or have a multiple month streak by accident. Like you gotta put some effort into it, and it's actually pretty hard because, especially like in my case, I have been addicted or had been addicted for so long that yeah, when I quit, I got like serious withdrawals, and that is actually not a lot of fun because like you kind of shiver, your nervous system is always kind of tense, you get emotions that you never wanted to face. That's another process. Like before, there is a reason why you always had to go back to this drug. Like you had to use it. Either you have an emptiness inside, or you just don't want to deal with the situation. Like people, if they have a hard job, they go home and just want to relieve their stress. And what they do, yeah, they obviously, here in this case, they go back to the website addiction, and yeah, they do their thing, and it actually makes the situation worse. And that's what we want to avoid, and that's the reason why you gotta get some help. Like it's great to go to the gym, it's great to like socialize and do that stuff, but eventually when everything gets harder and harder, then you just have to go to somebody like that you trust, or like a community or something. Like if it is your church, there are like sexual anonymous meeting where you can go to, or you have a friend that you can trust. Like just like a support system is really important in that case, because yeah, you have at least a person that supports you and it's with you, and if you need something, then you can call them or do whatever, so that you at least don't relapse. And even better, when they are ahead of yourself, then you can actually, yeah, get some advice from them, and yeah, they help you to, yeah, stay sober in that case. Yeah, but also really worked for me with getting help is like going online and watching those YouTube videos, because then you know that you are not alone. Then you gotta download like blockers so that you don't get any access to the internet or apps that might tempt you to relapse, and then yeah, build a group around it. And like the most important thing that you can do, and this is also evolving with time, it's not like from the beginning to the end. It's you gotta get to a state of being so desperate and not knowing where to go that you actually get there. But like having trust in God is also really important, because like if you actually read the Bible and stuff, then you kind of know what to expect, and you know what you are fighting for. Like for example, in the Bible they always say like there is the flesh, like craving, the addiction, and the things that brought you to the situation that you want to quit, and then you have the spirit that is life itself and allows you to live a disciplined life and just stay sober and reach your maximum in life. And you are not how do you say it? You don't make girls your god anymore. That's basically a really important part. That's what I actually realized. Like when you are in this addiction, in this website addiction, then you basically make woman your god. Because when you look at people, that's really interesting. Like I have just recently realized that like people that are addicted to the websites, or they don't even have to be addicted to the websites, they just build their lives in a way that they can please women. And there is nothing wrong with pleasing women. Even in the Bible it mentions that it is good. But if that's the only motivation that you have, like to just sleep around and get with as many women or whatever you are into as possible, that's a problem. Like just look at it, like us men, like because it's mostly men, we choose careers that get well, that pay well. Like you can think, yeah, that's not a problem, but eventually, why do most people want to earn a lot of money? It's not like to like always buy yourself the next greatest thing, but usually when you ask them, eventually they will say either I want a family or I want to impress girls. Then you have the other part, like I was also guilty of that. And if you don't have God on your side, then it's just you basically shift the goals. Yeah, you have another idol. Like you start going to the gym just to get buff and ripped to impress girls, and you either destroy your body through that process because your body is never going to be perfect, or you don't destroy your body, but you will eventually realize that most compliments that you get are from men, and women can still see through your insecurities and your lustfulness, especially the lustfulness. That's what turns off women the most. And they are still not really attracted to you. It doesn't really matter how buff you are. And if you attract a girl, it's usually a girl that is also insecure. Like the gym, I have already mentioned that, the money, and and how you basically look on the outside. Also like status symbols, like people like to get expensive watches or buy the next best car and all this stuff. Like there are so many things in our community, in our world, that people would not buy them if they would not want to impress the opposite sex. Like if you now flip that around to the woman, like why do women wear makeup? Like, you can say like they feel more confident when they wear makeup. Of course that might be true, but why do they feel more confident? Because eventually they will get more looks from men, or like women get jealous because they think they look better than they are actually looking. It's like seeking it's like getting your worth from outside instead of inside. And like if you on your semen retention walk have God on your side, that's really important. Like this trick right now is the first trick that I truly I can say truly walked with God, and before that I was still carnally oriented. I kind of thought like, yeah, it would be great to meet more women through semen retention, because then you have more energy, like all the people promise you that you get more attention and everything, and it's all true. Like now that I have a longer streak and overcame my withdrawals, I can definitely say that you get more attention. Even your presence is already enough. Like my eye contact is so much stronger, even here on camera. It might not be perfect, but it's so much stronger than before. Now you actually look into the eyes of other people. Before that you were always looking away, or you were too shy or whatever, and that's, yeah, girls just like that, because it means that you are confident and you have so much energy, like you are way more charismatic. But now we are again with this energy, like this energy just needs an outlet, and either you get more charismatic, or you use it with eye contact, you get more social, stronger, you work harder on your job, or you also use it to get spiritually more mature. And I personally believe that's a way better way to embrace the whole situation, because eventually, yeah, what does really matter in life? Like, does it matter to have the best car, the best watch, or to have like a lot of girls on your side, or like just like the top one? Or does it matter how your relationship to God is, and that you trust in Him, and that you know if you follow His path that He has made for you, you will get rewarded, and the rewards that you get from there are way more satisfying. Like, just imagine when you, like most of us men, we eventually want to have a woman, a great woman that is attractive, and we want to have children and build a family. But now when you are still, that's like really big. Like I've just realized that, like, if you are still carnally oriented, you don't really look what character this woman has. Like, you just say, yeah, she looks so great, she has a big behind, or her chest is like really big. I don't want to say the actual words, but you know what I mean. And she looks really good, she has nice makeup on. Yeah, is that really going to make you happy in the long term? Because this is all going to fade away, and if your woman is only proud of her looks, then she also has mostly really high expectations. That's what I mean. But if you are more spiritual, and you look what spirit this woman has, and if she also believes in God, then she also wants to test your spirit. And that's now beautiful, because when you realize that you are attracted in the spirit and in the physical, like that's like something that is really beautiful, because then you do not only agree with the physical stuff, but also with the spiritual things. And that really makes a difference, because eventually every relationship is going to get hard. And if you don't have a strong foundation, that you know that when you are together as a woman, you are one flesh, you can't really be separated. And then you just have a way bigger reason to stay together than to just hop to the next person just because like this guy or girl has either more material wealth, or she has like a curve that you like better. Like, it's not going to be more satisfying. Like, it's just, you know it yourself from the addiction. Like, you are always chasing the next hit, you are looking for the next best woman, the next best video, but when you relapse, it's still not enough. You still need another hit. But when you spiritually mature, it's kind of like the opposite. Yeah, like you are happy with what you have, and you can basically grow together in something better, and you build something with another person, and you can actually be proud of that God is on your side, and you with your wife or partner can actually live in his will. I think that's way more beautiful than just sleeping around and getting more mentally ill because it doesn't really make you happy. I have just mentioned it, like you just need to have the next hit, and that's not really satisfying. Yeah, exactly. Now I did not really go that deep into the energy, but it is all like it all has a correlation, like it all works together. Like you gotta find a way to transmutate this energy, otherwise you're going to relapse. And the best thing that you can do, in my opinion, is to first of all trust God, and if you are not that far yet, then at least be open to it. Then you can still do the other stuff like work more, be more social, and do more sports. But what you definitely should avoid is like just doing nothing, because in the past that definitely made you relapse. So like just staying at home, that's like a death sentence. Like you can stay at home, it's not a problem, but you should do something. Like you can read, you can clean your room, you can do laundry, or you can plan a trip or whatever. But just sitting at home on your phone and not doing anything with it, that's you are not going to be able to deal with that energy if you just sit around. Like for me, example, I am now recording this video because I have so much energy and I know that I have to do something. Maybe later I'm going on a walk, and then I also want to read my Bible a little more. Like there are all these little things that I want to do, like, and at the beginning it's really hard, like in my case, to actually find something like that, because you only have your addiction. That is the problem. And yeah, that's why you also need to have help and listen to people that got farther than you, because then you know, okay, that worked, or and I can implement that. You don't have to always look for perfection. Like nobody's going to be perfect. Like I'm also not perfect, but if you duplicate things that already work, then your likelihood of succeeding is going to be way higher. And when you made it that far, you definitely want to get rid or like transmutate that energy and change your addiction in a better outcome. And I'm actually not going to be worried about you, because eventually if you have like this, if you ignited that light within you that you want to be free, like that's my experience. Like I fell quite deep, but I still wanted to get rid of it, but I did not know how. And when you are that far down and pray to God, and then He takes the lead, that's like how do I say it? It's freeing. Like it allows you to surrender, and then you can move on better. So sometimes it's even good to like fall all the way down, or almost all the way down, so that you realize if I fell even further down, that would not have been good. Yeah, but I caught myself and now I improved. It's not an easy journey, it's actually really hard, but it is a journey worth living, because life is getting harder for you because you have to be disciplined, but all the other things are getting way easier, and that's the beauty about it. So I hope you got some value out of this video. It's quite a long video, and I mentioned other things as well. But I hope you liked it, and leave a like down below, and if you agree on stuff you can also comment, and we will see us in the next video. Bye guys.